What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 227 of the Lured Up podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Thursday, July 28th, 2022. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, yo. Hello.
Yo, Ken. Hi, trainers. If this is your first time listening to us, thank you for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Adam. We just had GoFest, and we met so many people, and the podcast was introduced to so many new ears. So if this is your first episode, like Adam said, welcome. How are you? What's going on? Welcome to the show. So on today's show, like I said before, both Adam and I were in Seattle for GoFest. We're going to recap our experiences, all the shenanigans, and amazing memories that were made there. We'll talk about all of that. We had Daily Adventure Incense being announced, and it already has had an incredible impact on the game. And we're currently playing through his Suing Discoveries, which has been boosted by the GoFest Ultra Unlock. And then finally, we'll review the August content update, which has been released, and we'll review it all, including Galarian Zigzagoon Community Day, which is already on the docket. Adam, all right, so let's get caught up. How was your GoFest? And give me your hot take. How was it?
My GoFest was, in one word, amazing. And a whole bunch of words. It was like an unreal experience. I was so happy to be there, seeing all these new trainers, meeting new trainers. I had so much fun. I don't know. I can't even describe it. You can't put it into words, to be honest. It was a feeling. It was a vibe. It was like you felt it in your jellies.
Oh, I felt it in my jellies, dude. my jellies were rumbling the whole time.
And just from the start of it, you know, we set up for our creator summit, and just like day one, I got a shiny Starly at the summit. I got 100% Sunkern at the summit, and then after that, we had our cocktail hour, and right as we were like right across the street, you and I both caught a 100% Lillipup.
Yeah, it's there was a lot of really incredible catches, right? So the gameplay itself was phenomenal, but in my opinion, the best part was all the intangible stuff, all the stuff that you can't really put a finger on, all the relationships, all the networking, all of the incredible people that we met. It was amazing. So let's start from the top of it, and we'll kind of recap everything that we experienced. All the creators got together. It was incredible. There was probably about 40 of us that were all together in one spot with Niantic, which was absolutely insane. Got to meet all of the international creators that I never met before. Yaya from Couple of Gaming. You know, it's just absolutely phenomenal to finally put, you know, a three-dimensional body to these heads that we've seen floating on Zooms for the past couple of years. So that was amazing. You know, we got to catch up with all of our American trainers that we're friends with that we haven't seen. You know, I don't even remember. Philly Safari Zone, we saw most of them, but it was just incredible catching up with everybody. We got to meet Cricket for the first time, who is an absolute gem. She was absolutely incredible to be around. Glitch X City, V. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
So many amazing creators.
So many. It was when you're in a room with that many creatives, right? When you're in a room with that many people that just have this incredible talent to create and build, it really inspires you. So it was a phenomenal experience. But like Adam said, we had a little summit with all the creators. We got to kick back a little bit, had a nice little cocktail hour. I got to meet Stefan from TPCi. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about, which you probably have seen on our socials. If not, check out our Instagram at Pokemon Professor Network.
I still need to post my video.
We were able to visit the TPCi headquarters in Bellevue, Washington, which was about 45 minutes from Seattle or so. And it was breathtaking. And Adam, I kind of want to walk us back through that experience for you, you know, because I saw it in your eyes the second we got there, and the second we saw that it was real, that there was something bigger than Pokemon Go. There was something bigger than podcasting kind of happening between all of us. that were there. What was that like for you? Because I have strong feelings, but I know for you, it really struck a chord.
So this is something that I never thought that I'd ever be welcome into such an establishment, if you will. I've been playing the card game since 2008. I've been playing the game since it came out. I literally have a picture on my phone of me at 10 years old in a Snorlax long sleeve t-shirt for my school photo.
I love that picture.
I don't even know. It was more like we got there and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then we got up into the elevator. We were last on the bus, so we got the dibs on the front seat. And then we were first off the bus, and so we were first in the elevator. Went upstairs.
28 floors.
28 floors, yeah. So high up. And the second we get out, you turn around, or the doors open, you see all these fire Pokemon start, like Slugma, Fennekin, Charmander, just all etched into the elevator doors. And, your heart's just like, is this real? And then you look to the right, and there's a whole big statues of Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu, and you're like, whoa, this is real. And you're just trying to piece it all together, like, is this real? I think I just said it was real, but I don't know if it's real. And then we signed in. They brought us in. Stefan said, hey, there's a whole bunch of stuffed animals all over the tables. Those are all for you. If you see something, grab it. And we walk in. I immediately see a Greninja. And I was like, oh, that's literally the first thing on the table. I was like, I want that. And then you see everybody go for their bags. And there's all these bags that from Pokemon Center that have our names on them. And all at once, a tear comes to your eye. It's like, it's real. And they know who I am. And it felt so amazing to have that feeling that I don't even know. I don't even know. It was just so overwhelming I had so many emotions. And then, so we brought the bag to our, a little booth, and all these booths are all the Pokemon centers from all the games.
Yeah, there's mosaic tile art inside these booths of all the Pokemon Center. It was incredible.
And then there's a glass partition that has all 151 Pokemon on it, all their 8-bit sprites. I was like, oh man, this is my jam. And then, you look a little bit closer, there's Detective Pikachu, and I'm like, wow, that is
the actual movie model Detective Pikachu.
And it's so furry. It's so furry. And we got some selfies with it. And then after the overwhelming neurological experience, you look out the windows and the view is breathtaking. You can see.
It was like wraparound glass. You saw the entire Seattle Sound. You saw the Space Needle in the background, which was amazing knowing that everyone was there for Go Fest. You could just see everything. I mean, the view was stunning. Mount Rainier,
breathtaking. It was insane. And Rainier, I am so upset that I didn't stand to the left side and take a picture of that. I just kind of got what was in front of me because I was so overwhelmed. They had a wall of plushies just from way back when to current Pokemon Centers stock. A lot of Megas, a lot of Pikachus wearing costumes. Then we keep going down the hall, and you've got this probably 2-3 inch thick, giant chiseled out artifact of Charizard from base set. And it's got fool's gold.
Incredible.
It's got some crystals inside of it. It is beautiful. And I don't know, that to me was so exciting. And then you turn the corner, and this is my favorite part, is that they had sheets of all the cards in different languages from all different sets. It was amazing to have that experience to see all the cards laid out and just reminisce in all of my TCG history and being like, oh, there's Claydol, I played that card. Oh, there's Darkrai EX, I played that card. And just going over all the cards that I played back in the day for the TCG seasons. just since 2008 all the way to now. It was insane.
Yeah, I had a very, very similar neurological explosion happen when I walked in, and huge shout to Stefan and the Pokemon Company International for hooking us up with a bunch of gifts. The swag is always nice. Adam took the Greninja. I found a ball guy, so I got a ball guy plushie, which was absolutely awesome. It's very, very fitting for me.
Because we had built you a ball guy deck, and I sent you that. You had the deck box, the sleeves.
Yeah, it's great. And the coolest thing, I would say, is being able to experience that with so many like-minded and passionate people. Like, it would have been amazing if Adam and I had gone there by ourselves, right? Just walking in is magical. But the fact that we were there with a busload of creators that all felt the same way we did, it just enhanced the magic that was happening in the room, and it really was emotional. And I mean, when Adam and I were sitting at the booth, it was, we had to freeze for a minute. So
you were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm just trying to keep myself together," because I honestly started crying. It was unbelievable. I didn't think it was real. I know I'm going to say that 100 more times, but it didn't feel like, I was like, do I deserve this? So it was overwhelming emotions, and I literally just started crying.
Yeah, it was incredible. Thank you to Stefan and Pokemon Company. It was an incredible 100%. Experience, without a doubt. I mean, I was able to FaceTime with my son, and show him around. He got to experience it.
I FaceTime my mom.
It was.
She's like,
it was something
is that Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, I'll remember that for the rest of my life for sure. Yes. It was incredible. All right, but let's get back to the event, right? So we had some really incredible experiences during the event itself, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we could start with our daily raid tours, which we did with Yaya from Couple of Gaming, which was incredible to raid with him because he's a great person, hilarious, and just very, very connected to the gameplay in a way that most trainers are not. He really, really cares about the grind. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., we met up with a group of anywhere between 30 and 50 trainers, and using the Campfire app, we were setting flares all over to downtown Seattle and just hit anywhere between, I think we did our lightest day, we hit 12 raids, and our biggest day, we did 16 raids in the 2 hours. Incredible amount of exercise.
I did 130 kilometers over the whole week.
It's not flat. That Seattle is not flat.
No, going up those hills or down, my legs, I feel like I have like a metal rod in them that I didn't know that I had that muscle.
Yeah.
I worked muscles I didn't know I had.
And using Campfire kind of in the moment was pretty exciting. And, we'll definitely dig into Campfire and in further content and future content. But even with it just kind of rolling out through the Go Fests, with it being so incredibly early and frankly incredibly rough still, it's a very limited tool at this point. It still worked. And we've talked about that on the show here, that the only way that this would have a chance in the market for social apps is if it came out of the gate working. And at its core, it worked, where we would have people that we don't know, that we don't have any other way to communicate with, that would approach us in downtown Seattle and say, "I found you because of the flares you're lighting in Campfire." And that happened throughout the raid tours. And that gives me incredible amounts of optimism of what this tool can be once it's further developed and it becomes more refined and, fleshed out. So it was a blast. The raid tours were absolutely amazing.
My favorite part of the tour is the fact that when we were lighting flares, or I should say Campfire, when we were lighting flares, you can see the whole map. So if you see there's an Axew, I kind of want to do that instead of this Dialga that's coming up. You know what I mean? So seeing those raids in real time is amazing. And that's why I love Campfire so much, because for my local area, I can communicate that. Because, I have
You don't need to be in... You can move the map. So, if you're going to be driving an hour away, you can you can move the map to that place where you're going and get a lay of the land. So you could really plan ahead, which I think is a tool that this community will eat up once it gets released.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this in other forms that is against terms of service.
Sure.
And this is now, it's in the game proper. Like, we can use this. Yeah. And it's Niantic really approved. Cool. So I can't wait to fully dive into this.
So those were our raid tours in the morning, and then Adam and I were also fortunate enough every afternoon in the park experience right across from the Team Instinct tent.
Woo, Team Instinct,
be in the Notable Trainer. I love that we're all kind of hokey throwing around Notable Trainer all weekend. That Adam and I were able to do meet and greet with the community from 4 to 6 o'clock every day alongside Chris and Kyle from GoCast, SBJ from It's Super Effective, and Yaya from Couple of Gaming, which was amazing that he had Azo on FaceTime the whole time.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
That was awesome.
And we got to meet so many incredible trainers. Zoe was also with us on Friday. Shout to the YouTubers. The community loves them. It was incredible to watch the community react to seeing these faces that they know. Like for us, it's people's ears, right? We don't do a lot of video content.
And that only happened, I think, once over the weekend where we were talking, and they were like, Ken? Adam?
Yeah, someone heard our voice.
Yeah.
But seeing the way that the community reacted to the YouTubers was very, very inspiring. And, man, they love them some YouTubers, which was amazing. But during these meet and greets, we were able to meet so many people that have communicated with us on social, people that have written into the show. It was just so cool to meet so many people face to face.
People that didn't even know us, which is the best part.
That was a huge thing, because between It's Super Effective and GoCast, we had this incredibly robust podcast community coming up on stage that everyone was able to be like, hey, I listen to GoCast, who are you? And that was awesome. I got to say, and Adam, I'll call you out here. My favorite part of the entire thing was this little kid comes up on the stage. What's his name? Squirtle Master 457 or something. We became friends with him in game.
Yeah, it's Squirtle something.
He comes on stage. He's head to toe instinct gear. He walks right by me, and he's like, Adam, I love you. And he had brought a Spark TCG card for Adam to sign, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. His mom was super supportive. I was cracking jokes at GoCast. I was like, look, dude, we got kid fans too. And I was like, I feel bad for these parents letting their kids listen to us. But no, it was amazing that the kids were able to experience this as well. And that's not typically something we're used to. Our demographics are they skew higher, where GoCast typically has a younger audience, which was amazing. The kids were loving on Chris and Kyle. We actually had some of that trickle to us, which felt really cool because it was not expected. But Adam, what was that like for you, being able to share that moment with the Squirtle Master?
It was epic. So we're friends in the game. I'm going to try to stay consistent with gifts because I know that means a lot. But I'm not like the best at sending gifts.
Got to prioritize Adam.
No, I know.
You better tag him, Superfan.
Superfan. Yeah,
but
it was amazing. We had somebody come up and they recognized me from TikTok, and I was
that was cool.
I was like, it was so cool, but I was like, oh man, I got to get back on TikTok. Like, I was like, when was the last time I was on there? Which is like a couple weeks, maybe a month ago. I was like, oh no, we got to get some fresh content on there.
So the meet and greets were phenomenal. Very, very incredible and humbling experience to be on stage and share the stage with some incredibly talented people. So very, very cool. And a huge shout out to Niantic for the opportunity.
The East Coast. We met the mayor of Malden, Mass.
Yeah, that was awesome. He goes, have you ever met any elected officials that play? It was awesome.
I haven't, but shout out to Gary.
Yeah, super, super awesome. But I guess we could talk about the event itself, which was absolutely phenomenal.
We can. Yeah, I guess.
Just the way that the park was laid out, and it was very different experience than Chicago, where in Chicago we had this giant rectangular park where you kind of had to walk through big open fields to get from habitat to habitat. This there was pathways, there was natural barriers, there was building barriers. So it really felt like you were going from environment to environment. Absolutely stunning.
And kids were in their
awesome.
bathing suits playing in the fountain with the Oasis area.
Yeah, so cool. The actual battle arena was in the amphitheater. Like, it was the coolest thing to see the battlers let up. Richard Sherman from the Seattle Seahawks was there. It's been really amazing to see all this stuff come together. With the Niantic group, we were able to kind of walk the grounds. Was it Tuesday? Or no, Wednesday or Thursday.
No, it was Thursday.
One of those
prior.
days, we were able to walk the grounds before there was anyone in the park, so it was really cool to see everything as it was being constructed. But the event itself was phenomenal. The way that the collection challenges happened, the way the special researches happened, being able to encounter Buzzwole was actually absolutely awesome. The size of Buzzwole was amazing. He's such a cool looking Pokemon in game. And the spread of Pokemon and the quantity of Pokemon species available during the event was phenomenal. I never for a moment felt like I was doing anything redundant. I really felt fresh the entire time playing, and it was cool seeing all the different chases that everyone had. Cowboy Hat Snorlax shiny, the monkeys. There was just so many different things that people were really, really heart set on chasing down, which was really awesome to see. And just an incredible weekend. And I guess we could talk about what we did after the events, because
hold on. We got to stop and just say,
go ahead.
I've been thinking about this a lot. So there was a lot of things I loved, and it was pretty much the entire thing. I loved the entire event. The one thing that I would change, the one thing, is the rocket balloons and Team Rocket. I don't think that they should have been in there, because their little avatar was in the same spot as the Pokemon I needed to click. And you might not think that was a big deal, but when you've got unknowns that spawn for literally 2 minutes and you're trying to click them, there's a giant balloon in the way, and then you're trying to spin it, and then you accidentally click it. That takes up 15 seconds going in and out of it, because you have to tap through all the text, get out of it. So that's something in the future I think they need to look at.
That's an interesting point, because typically in normal gameplay scenario, I do all the rockets. I'll do every balloon.
Right,
I'll do every stop. I did probably the fewest amount of rocket interactions during GoFest the entire week. I just was not really interested in it at all. I would do them at night when it wasn't really interfering with my gameplay, so that way I could still have chances at the shiny shadows from the team leaders. But yes, during the event itself, it was a little bit of a takeaway from the actual event experience, because it seemed to clog up the game board a little bit. I agree with that.
And I emphasis, basically, the whole reasoning becomes the unknowns. If you gave us something like that, where our entire clicking and catching and all that stuff is very time sensitive, and there's one thing that you can click that's going to take up 25 out of my 120 seconds, that's a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's talk about our nightlife, which was phenomenal and always one of the best parts of going to IRL events. And I guess we could start with Thursday night. We went to Alfindiol's trivia night, which was absolutely hilarious. We got to meet TPCi for the first time in person, which was great. She was hanging out with the GoCast crew. I think they came in third place in the trivia.
Oh, wow.
What was the name of the team that we picked, that Raber picked for us? Wasn't it like Team Rocket's sister or something like that?
No, Nurse Joy's Cookies.
Nurse Joy's Cookies. I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, how do you even come up with that? It was the funniest thing. Like,
we came in last.
Alfindiol's reading the scores on the thing. He's like, Nurse Joy's Cookies. I was cracking up. So good. And that was a lot of fun. Alfindiol was a stud on stage and just absolutely crushed it with the trivia, and was just going all night long. It was a blast. Then Saturday night we had Trainer Tips Nick do his thing with and had he spun a DJ set, I think, along with his cousin and one of his buddies, and that was incredible.
Yeah, nothing was more iconic than when Ember started playing. I was like,
yeah, he started the set with
take
Ember,
it to the roots.
the most recognizable, Trainer Tips theme, which he doesn't even use in his videos anymore. But it was cool because I knew that 90% of the people in the crowd were not there for EDM, right? They weren't there for electronic music. They were there to see Nick. And, we know Nick. We've spoke with him plenty. We've hung with him plenty. And this was the first time I was able to share this kind of experience with him. And he crushed it. That's the only way I could explain it is I was incredibly impressed. He rocked the room. And being able to convert people that probably would have never been in that type of environment before to get them all dancing and moving and vibing, that's not an easy task, right? And, my girlfriend's a DJ. So I understand the challenges that come with taking music and turning it into something that's alive. And let me tell you, that room was very alive that night. It was phenomenal. Huge shout to Nick and his crew. Just a lot of fun. And also the fact that all the creators were there and interacting with the community, and we got to see so many people and take so many pictures. It was just an amazing, amazing thing. And then, Adam, we have to, of course, talk about our Saturday night, which was...
We have to talk about it.
One for the ages. And we did our Pokemon Go Pub Crawl through downtown Seattle, which I can proudly say we pulled off with flying colors. And we actually were, when we reached, not only did we hit every single spot that we wanted to hit, but when we arrived at our final location, we were 12 minutes early. We actually beat the schedule.
We were on time.
It was incredible, and the turnout was phenomenal. I think we started with about 50 or 60, and I think at one point, like when we got to the second place, that was our largest turnout at one time, because when we got there, the Incense crew was already there. And so that we walked into meeting 8 or 9 people there. And I think at one point we probably had about 70 people with us in total. There was probably about 110, 120 people that kind of came through over the course of the night, which was amazing because people were able to come and go. Salt and Nar from Pokemon Go Radio met up with us at the beginning of the night, disappeared for like 3 stops, and then popped up at the end of the night and closed out the bar with us.
They are so much fun. I was so excited to see them.
Yeah, that was really cool seeing them. Bonus episode. Make sure you check out their new show. And it was phenomenal to just move from place to place with the crew, and the vibe that we brought, like the energy we brought. Some of these bars were like half empty, and then all of a sudden it goes from,
0
a
to
quiet
60
night to, and everyone just buying drinks. I don't know. I'm going to reach out to the bars to get final tallies, right? But I'm pretty confident that in the 30 minutes in each of our 6 stops, I'm pretty sure we injected close to $1,000 in each location during that 30 minutes, which means we helped give $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to the local community, which was really the overall goal. I wanted to support local business. We at our first location we all ate, so I mean the bills were skyrocket high. It was a higher end place. We had some nice craft cocktails.
Yeah, they weren't staffed so well because I had
we
weren't
ready for
a
food.
second drink. Yeah, I got a second drink and they never made it. So everybody's leaving to the other bar, and I'm like, all right, just don't worry about the other drink. I already paid for it. Like I'm leaving. Like whatever.
Well, I reached out to all the bars ahead, but I didn't kind of prep the first place because I didn't know we were going to eat. So it went from 50 people wanting drinks to 50 people wanting drinks and food, and they had like one cook. So they did an amazing job. That was Tradewinds Tavern. Shout to them. But overall, just an absolutely incredible experience. The game itself, the in between, the creator summit, hanging out with all the community, hanging out with the other creators, just an absolutely legendary weekend and absolutely phenomenal. But as we move on here, Adam does have a hard out in about 15 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through 2 topics really quick: Daily Adventure Incense and Suing Discoveries. We'll take a little break. Adam's gonna bounce, and then I'll close out the end of the show. But something that they did announce at the during the event, or right after the event, was the Daily Adventure Incense, which is, in my opinion, one of the best updates to the game in a long time, because it has focused gameplay that really has a daily loop, a new daily gameplay loop, which this game has needed for a long time. And I'll read it right from the release. What is Daily Adventure Incense? It says you'll only receive 1 Daily Adventure Incense per day and can only hold 1 at a time. It lasts for 15 minutes once activated, and while exploring during this time, you may encounter Pokemon not frequently seen in the wild. All right, that's very cool. But here's the thing. You have to be moving. Where a normal incense will still perform, but just perform crappy if you're static, this won't work at all. You have to move. So it really forces you to go on a 15-minute walk. And I really
got me and my brother out yesterday. I went over his house, mowed his lawn, and then he's like, "Hey, you want to walk with me so we can do this incense thing?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go."
15 minutes is not a long amount of time. It is a very achievable time to say, I'm going to do a lap or 2 around the block, or I'm going to walk down to the corner store, or something like that.
Yeah, if you've got a half-hour break, quickly eat something, go for your 15-minute walk, come back, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and it has the, I don't know if they released an exact number, because I'm seeing varied numbers from people, but it's probably within that 30 to 45 second spawn window. You can catch anywhere between 15. I've seen up to 25, 28 Pokemon caught during a single incense, which is incredible. So what's interesting here is, like it says, you might find Pokemon not frequently seen in the wild. And they dropped a very huge surprise with the Daily Incense. The Galarian legendary birds, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, can spawn off of this incense. I am yet to encounter one.
I have yet to encounter one. 3 days.
But I'm seeing them all over the internet, and I think they have something close to like a 90% flea rate. So catching one it's hard enough to encounter one, but catching one is even crazier. And I've seen like so much heartbreak online, Golden Raspberry, Ultra Ball, and then the thing just runs, But it's an incredible motivator, an incredible carrot on the stick to get people outside and exercising. And I think everyone that is interested in this game that's using this Daily Adventure Incense will have more activity in their day, physical activity in their day, because of this.
100%.
And I think that's probably the biggest win for Niantic, as this directly impacts all 3 of their pillars. Exploration, you have to go outside and to do it. Exercise, you have to be moving. And social interaction. Adam, you did a walk with your brother. You're meeting people as you go. So it really hones in on all the different pillars that Niantic is pushing, which I think is just absolutely stunning. Oh, and there's also this really cool recap screen at the end of the incense where it shows you.
That is amazing. Yep.
Yeah, really cool. It's like a little shareable thing saying, hey, look at these 15 Pokemon. Look at this, Yeah, I see people, look at this 28 Pokemon I caught. I'm like, what? How?
Yeah, the first one, I got 7 Pokemon. I was walking the entire time. It was my internet wasn't working correctly because I had left my house, and it disconnects from the Wi-Fi and then tries to connect to cellular, and so in that mix, game just froze. So I had to restart it, waited, but then the next 2 times were 17 or 16 and 17 Pokemon.
I popped my first one walking to my gate at the airport to go home on Monday. So it was in the middle of being so hectic and running to my gate and getting on my plane with 5 minutes to spare, I was able to do the first one, which was cool. And at that point, I didn't even know that the Galarian birds were there.
Right.
Yeah. So had that happened, I would have been like, what?
So that's the thing. So today is day 4 as of time of recording this. And so I think that anybody that's encountering the birds, isn't going to be aware of how far away they are. They're going to be surprised.
Yes.
They don't want it to run. So they're going to be trying really hard to catch it, and in doing so, it's got a high flea rate. So, with all that stuff being said, and people are like, I don't even know if this is real. And I mean, it is, but it's just one of those, it's crazy, but people are so excited, and the sheer excitement of it, I think, is the reason why most people haven't caught it yet.
Yeah, and the fact that this can be a rotating carrot on a stick, right? So we could have the Galarian birds in there for a while. Then once new legendaries come out or new rare Pokemon are available, they can replace the birds. It'll always keep people motivated to do this once per day. Hey, I have to take a shot at catching this or having this encounter. And then that anxiety and that heart-pounding thing of finally encountering it and trying to catch it. That loop, that feeling of how it tugs on your anxiety is something really cool that this game, doesn't really have too much anymore, because if you did one EX raid, it was like, man, if I don't catch this, I might not have another shot. We don't have that experience anymore. We have legendary raids. People do hundreds of them. You know what I mean? You could do 7 a week for free. And so even a legendary raid doesn't have that high anxiety feel. This, however, gives that to you twice. Am I even going to encounter this? And if I do encounter it, oh my goodness, I only have a 10% chance of catching this. Woo! It's wild. It's a really cool loop. I'm totally digging it. All right, we'll move on before Adam dips out. We'll move on to our current event, the Hisuian Discoveries event. This was kind of teased just before GoFest, and thanks to the Ultra Unlock of raids, we have a little boost to this event. So the Hisuian Discoveries event is running from yesterday, the 27th, through Tuesday, August 2nd at 8 p.m. local time, debuting our Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Quillfish, and Hisuian Sneasel. Quillfish in the wild, I think Growlithe and Sneasel are 7K eggs. So I know people don't typically like when things are locked behind eggs, but these are, which isn't terrible because they're 7Ks. So you don't, you can get them from home, so it's a little bit easier. You don't have to go out to spin a stop. Any Hisuian encounters yet from this batch?
Tons of the Quillfish, and I did catch a 0% Voltorb.
Ooh, nice.
At my house.
Very nice.
Probably 25 minutes before we recorded.
Awesome. Sunday the 31st, so this coming Sunday, there is an Ultra Unlock Raid Day, which is going to be really cool. Increased chance to get Rare Candy XL, 50% more XP from winning raid battles, and up to 5 free raid passes from spinning gyms during the event and 2 hours after. So it's 11 to 2 p.m. Get out there and do some raids. And the raid will be Hisuian Braviary making its debut, which is really, really cool. And because Rufflet can be shiny, Hisuian Braviary can be shiny. So this is how you get people to do raids. This is how you get people to do raids. New Pokemon, and it can be shiny. It's a double whammy. I know people will be in force out raiding this, which is really cool. There's also some event bonuses because of the Ultra Unlock. Friendship is increasing twice as fast, so you get 2 times friend interaction with everything that you do. You could store 30 gifts, and you can open 45 gifts and send 150 gifts. Wow. This is massive for someone like me who really loves the friendship grind, because I'm able to just move it along and hit best with people, say see you later, get in another batch of people, and just continually just draw additional XP out of that loop. So very, very cool. We also have Unknown S appearing in raids, which is great for trainers that weren't able to go to GoFest, because now they have another shot at getting a shiny Unknown through raids. Full odds, I'm sure. So yeah. Tread lightly. Just understand that this is not going to be a legendary shiny rate. So it will be rare, but it is available. And just like GoFest Berlin, we do have one of the monkeys being released globally. So now we have Panpour, the spray Pokemon, appearing globally in the wild, and it can be shiny. Wild encounters, there's a lot. Zubat, Ponyta, Onix, Hisuian Voltorb, Tangela, Eevee, Porygon, Aipom, Wurmple, Cricketop, Weasel, Drifloon, Bronzor, Krogunk, the Hisuian Quillfish, the If You're Lucky Pokemon, Electabuzz, Magmar, Octillery, Gibble. In raids, this is an interesting one. Sneasel, Roselia, Shinx, and Unknown in Tier 1, all shiny. Tier 3, we have Chansey, Togetic, Kirlia, and Whiscash. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any Kirlia or Whiscash. And then in 5-star, we have Dialga. Dialga is a huge fan favorite, especially good for PvP and stuff. And then in eggs, we have Hisuian, Voltorb, Growlithe, Quillfish, and Sneasel. If you want to get your hands on the Growlithe and Sneasel, this is where you do it. And there's also a ton of research with a bunch of potential shinies, including, I won't go through them all, but including Paris, Mantine, and the Burmese. Those are pretty much the big chases there. We have an event-themed collection challenge. We'll have a Hisui Cup in GBL. So that's going to be eligible for Pokemon that are Dex number 387 to 493. Avatar items and stickers. These avatar items are the stickers themselves are very cool. Where we've had kind of cartoony and whimsical stickers in the past, these are a little bit more poignant and straightforward. So very, very cool look. But how's this event been for you so far outside of that Nundo you got?
So far it's been good. Just seeing the Quillfish are so cool, and then it's got such a good color scheme. It looks so amazing.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, where when new Pokemon are released, they seem to show new colors in the game, and you're like, whoa, I've never seen that shade of purple, or I've never seen that that deep violet or whatever. It's really cool when that happens. Like when we saw Skrelp, or we saw, all these different Pokemon. We're like
Fomantis,
I've never seen these colors before. It's very, very cool when they could pull that off. But I'm really excited to raid for Hisui and Braviary. I think it's gorgeous. I think the shiny is really cool, and hopefully people have some candy. No mention if you'll be able to evolve kind of the regular Rufflets up to this. So from the looks of it, you're going to have to get your raid on. So make sure you take advantage of the 5 free raid passes. Get out there, hit up your park, do your
and those
your
are
daily
local
incense.
raid passes, right?
These are local raid passes. You can only carry one at a time. So you have to burn the pass, spin a gym again, get another one, burn the pass, and keep it going from there. But right. That was the top of our show. I think, Adam, we could take a break and you can bounce off to work. We've had a very busy schedule catching up with life and things since we've gotten back. So
yes,
Adam's got to run to work. And what we'll do is we'll take a little break. And when we come back, I will review the August content update and close out the show. Adam, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you all for listening. Again, if this is your first time, it's been a blast. I hope you're enjoying the show, and please write in. Ken will give you the deets at the end of the show.
And we're back from our break, or should I say I'm back from our break. Adam had to go to work. Life has been cuckoo for the both of us since we got back. So I figured I'll just close out the show and run through the remaining news. But before I do that, we have a little bit of housekeeping. This podcast is powered by Patreon, and you can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And all patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly PGO and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there. And a huge thanks to our gym leader patrons, Absolutely Ryan, Grant, Jamal, Magikarp, DM, Sue, The Cole, Tish, Teen Comics Wiz, Turtle Power, and Big Zal Minus. Special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott. Just make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, and leave us some podcast reviews. All right. So I'm going to run through the final bit of news here for the tail of the show. I'll kind of keep it moving since a lot of it covers the entire month of August. We have GoFest Sapporo happening this first week of August coming up, the 5th through the 7th. We're not going to be attending in Japan, but shout out to everyone that will be there. We cannot wait to see the coverage. I'll talk about this in a moment, but we have August Community Day being announced, Galarian Zigzagoon on August 13th, the tiny raccoon Pokemon. So I'll cover that in detail once I get through this content update. And then we have 2 events that have been announced for August. We have the Bug Out returning. It says creepy and crawly, cute or cuddly. Decide for yourself with this event featuring bug-type Pokemon Wednesday, August 10th through Tuesday, August 16th. So this is really cool. Now, sometimes in these releases, they do mention like new Pokemon being released. There's no mention of it here, but I know I really want Volcarona in this game, so we'll see what happens. And then we also have the 2022 Pokemon World Championships event, which will be running from August 18th to August 23rd. So we've got Go Fest at the top of the month. We've got the Bug Out kind of in the middle. We've got Galarian Zigzagoon Community Day. And in the month, we'll kind of, as we get towards the end of the month, we have the World Championship event. And I'm sure something will close out the month that they have not released yet. So a lot going on there. Something interesting they called out that we talked about in the past couple episodes are new anti-cheat measures. So new enforcement for our player guidelines and terms of service is coming to all Niantic games, including PGO. And this means if you spoof, you're going to catch that ban hammer, and rightfully so. In 5-star raids for the month, we're closing out July and going into the 10th of August with Palkia. We have Genesect coming back with a new drive. So it doesn't specify, but we have a new drive coming on Genesect the 10th through the 18th. And then the 18th through the 31st, closing out the month, we have Zacian and Zamazenta. Just their good doggo form still. No mention of Shiny. This is their second appearance. Typically, when legendaries come back the second time around, they're available as Shiny, but not the case here. Mega raids. We have Mega Abomasnow starting the month. We'll have a new Mega raid, the 10th through the 18th. Not sure what that could be. Hopefully something like Tyranitar. We have Mega Slowbro and then Mega Ampharos closing out the month. So a really cool Mega lineup through the month. And our raid hours will look like this. We'll have Palkia, 2 Genesect raid hours, then Zacian, then Zamazenta. Our research breakthrough for the month is Galarian Stunfisk. This is a good one. Great for PvP. Also Shiny possible, so that's cool that you have a chance of potentially catching a Shiny that can't flee. And our spotlight hours, Hisuian Voltorb with Double Dust. We have female Nidoran with double XP catch. We have Joltik with 2 times catch candy, which is kind of funky. This is not a shiny Pokemon. You maybe don't want to catch it, but they paired it with a catch XP bonus, or catch candy bonus. 2 times candy for catching, sorry. Then the following week we have male Nidoran with double transfer candy. And then finally Pidove with double XP for evolving. My perspective on this is they should probably pair the 2 times evolution bonus, 2 times evolution XP bonus with the Pokemon that's non-shiny. Because to evolve Pokemon, it takes you away from the catching process. So why not do that with a Pokemon that you may not be too excited to catch? So that way you can utilize the Spotlight Hour more so for the bonus without feeling like you're taking away from your catch experience. Who knows? But that's the Spotlight Hour lineup. Check out the blog. Another thing that's really cool, you're going to be able to change the language in the settings of Pokemon Go. English, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Brazilian Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Thai, Turkish, and traditional Chinese. Very, very cool. A lot of cool stuff happening in the game. It's becoming more accessible, and it's hitting new markets, which is just good in general for the health of the game. Pikachu! What's going on, trainers? This is Ken from the Slight Future. I have something I just wanted to slip into the show, which was just announced, and I didn't want to talk about it earlier because I didn't know if the blog was going to come out in time. I didn't want to break embargo. But check it out. Niantic has just announced a community ambassador program, and this program will support local in-person PGO communities around the globe by empowering community ambassadors. And what does this mean? It means that ambassadors will be able to get things like codes for giveaways, direct access to Niantic representatives for feedback sessions, and a whole bunch of other opportunities to support their community's growth. And this is really what we've wanted for a long time. Community leaders in this game are vital to the strength, the health, and really the legs of this game, because they're the ones that create the safe spaces for trainers to play. And this is really an amazing way to give back for all of that hard work. So, there's a blog post up that details the entire program. It's lengthy. I want everyone to read it. This is real deal, amazing grassroots stuff. And it's powered by the Sylph Road, which is the best way possible to connect with the local grassroots community of Pokemon Go. They're going to be looking for people that are diverse, professional, high quality of character, super positive, focused on safety, integrity. These are a lot of core values that the Pokemon program has had since the beginning. It's really cool to see this coming to Pokemon Go. So check out the blog, look through the details. Next week when Adam is back with me, I'll make sure we talk about this in explicit detail because I feel this is going to be an absolute game changer of returning the game back to its true form and getting people out there to play in person and group up. I'm so fired up for this. All right, back to the rest of the show. We did mention Galarian Zigzagoon Community Day. We'll talk about that in detail a little bit here. Saturday, August 13th from 11 to 2. So again, another early Community Day. Shiny Galarian Zigzagoon with Obstagoon learning the charge attack Obstruct. And Obstruct in trainer battles has 15 power. It's guaranteed to increase the user's defense and lower the opponent's defense. Solid buffs. And gyms and raids, it has 20 power, so a little bit stronger on the PvE side. Field Notes Galarian Zigzagoon will be available for $1 in the store. You can get the tickets. You can gift the tickets. It's always worth the buck. The event bonuses are going to be continuing to be stacked for these shorter 3-hour community days. For this, we're going to have triple Catch Stardust, massive. 2 times Catch Candy, 3-hour Incense and Lures, an additional special trade, double the chance for trainers at level 31 and up to get extra Candy XL. Snapshot surprises, of course, and trades made during the event and up to 5 hours after will require 50% less Stardust. So very, very cool. Bonuses for groups, and this was actually modified. So from 11 to 2, work together with other trainers to unlock additional bonuses. If enough trainers, if enough Pokemon are caught by trainers with help from a single lure module, the triple Stardust from lured Pokestops will increase to 4 times bonus Stardust for 30 minutes. This is humongous. Absolutely amazing. Pop a star piece. It'll be crazy. And it says this bonus will not stack with the base 3 times Catch Stardust and instead replace it. So you'll have 4 times Catch Stardust. Incredible. That's before the star piece. So originally this was going to be Linoon spawning here. That was they got rid of that. So we had some pretty strong feedback when Zweilous was spawning on Dino Community Day and said, hey, we really don't like this. It's good for Candy XL. It's good for Candy. It's good for XP, Stardust, but they can't be shiny. So most people play Community Day for the shiny experience. So this Stardust is the king, right? We've talked about this plenty. If there's anything that's going to motivate people to play, especially the battlers, it's going to be Stardust. Bonus raids after Community Day, so this is going to be that 5-hour window, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're going to have 4-star raid battles with Galarian Linoon. And this is okay, so this is what you don't have to worry about Galarian Linoon not spawning as part of that bonus because you're going to have it in the 4-star raid battles. And if you do that, Galarian Zigzagoon will be appearing for 30 minutes in a 300-meter radius, and it will have the same Community Day shiny rate. So while the Stardust won't be cooking for that 2 to 5 hour period, you could still get the shinies throughout from 2 to 7. There will be timed research that is going to reward Obstagoon hat, glasses, gloves, and a pose, which is really cool. They show like a drum set in the key art, which is great. And there's some really cute stickers available as well. So a lot of cool stuff happening in August. I'm very excited for this month. I'm very excited to see what happens in Sapporo. They always have some tricks up their sleeve. So very, very exciting times. Really, really happening in August. Man, GoFest was amazing. I just want to take a moment again to say thank you to everyone that took the time to come see us at our meet and greets, hang out with us during our raid tours, and party with us at night. It was just an incredible, amazing experience. We're very, very humbled, and we don't take it for granted the opportunity and privilege we have to work with Niantic and so many incredible, incredible creators. So shout out to Niantic for getting us out to Seattle for the event. Shout out to Stefan and the Pokemon Company International for giving us the opportunity to visit the headquarters and hooking us up with all those incredible gifts. Absolutely amazing. Huge memories made that, again, I'll remember for the rest of my life. But that's going to wrap up our GoFest recap show. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can write into us write into us at luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You can leave us a text, picture, voicemail, 732-835-8639. Make sure you check out luredup.com for everything going on with the show, to hear every show. PokemonProfessor.com to see everything that's going on with the network, including our other shows. So the Special Conditions podcast, which covers the TCG. Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, which covers the anime. The Wayfarer podcast called Way Spotters with Jamal and Lachlan. We have Purified podcast, which is a streamed Twitch podcast with Luis and Chris. We have a lot of cool stuff happening at the network. We hope you take the time to check all of that out. But on that note, that will wrap up this episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And until next time, keep training, trainers. We'll see you next week.